Hey everybody, Alex here from the Dex. Now before we get started with this week's episode of the Dex Versus, I want to briefly take this minute to apologize for something. The theme this week was Pokemon who don't evolve and who have no evolutions, and yet I chose a WOBBUFFET on my team. Everybody makes mistakes, I didn't mean to do it, and it doesn't really matter anyway once you see how the episode turns out. So as WOBBUFFET himself would say, Sanat Soka-san, that's just the way it is, ma'am. Have a good day. Ladies and gentlemen,
welcome to the Dex Versus.
Hey, I'm Alex.
I'm PokeKellz.
And this week we're doing a
suggested.
Yeah, it's a silly suggested theme. It is Pokemon that do not evolve.
No evolution.
So we interpreted that to mean like no pre-evolutions, no baby evolutions, no mega evolutions, and we did no legendaries just because like that
seemed correct.
They would just all be legendaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is gonna be crazy. I can already tell. Both of us chose small children for some reason as our avatars.
You chose the girl one and I chose the boy one. How funny. I just thought like he'll never grow up.
Yeah, maybe that's what we are in our hearts.
Maybe.
All right.
I'm a small boy child and you're a small girl.
Yeah, let's
You're
jam
a
in.
small Tamashi Hiroka.
I'm a small Tamashi Hiroka. She always wears this. Okay, here we go.
As per usual, I'm starting up with a prankster Pokemon because it's my signature. I don't know. It's not really like my signature. But
starting with the
it's what I like.
Starting with the Getsus special here.
The Getsus special of 3 Cryogonals.
Yeah,
Confuse
I
Ray.
have all Cryogonals.
Look at that. Confuse Ray. What a thing.
What a thing.
What a thing you're doing. Okay, what am I going to do here?
I don't really know anything about Klefki. I mean, I thought that they were going to be a lot more prevalent online, and they really, really aren't.
That's because Whimsicott, like, trumps
You know,
him.
I really never see either of them. I usually see Sableye if I see anything with Prankster, or one of the Therian guys, because they are the worst.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but, God, I hate this. Okay, let's do this.
I'm just kind of playing it safe to start out because I feel like I should. Okay, so your Sigilif has a Flame Orb, so that probably means it's got some sort of ability or move that's going to boost its speed, attack, whatever. Who
Sigilif
knows?
actually has Magic Guard, so he just doesn't take any...
Does it now?
Yeah, it protects him from status moves.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
You know, because he's burned, but like what's going to happen? So I'm just going to set up a little bit here. I'm just going to do some stuff, see what you think.
All right, sounds good. How about I go like this?
Let's do this.
This. How about this and this? So what is that move that you just did?
It's called Psycho Shift, and what it does is it just transfers your status condition.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I've always really liked Sigilif's design. I think he's really cool looking.
Yeah, he definitely is. He reminds me of the Nazca lines in Peru, if you're familiar.
I am.
Oh, cool. You swooshed out my Klefki. And
Hawlucha has the ability Unburden. And so I gave him a red card so that it would kind of just like mess with you a little bit.
That's very interesting. Because now your speed is doubled. Is that correct?
That's right.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm still going to lay down the pain, hopefully, with a Klefki and not be able to be taken out so easily while you just boost and boost and boost and boost.
Boost?
Boost.
Why you boost?
Let's see here. What do I want to do? Ooh.
Yeah, baby. Hawlucha.
Ow.
Hawlucha's awesome because he is flying fighting, which is a type that's like you don't ever really get to see that type.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Did you have like a weird time picking your team? Like what was the experience?
Yeah, it was weird because I wasn't exactly sure. Maybe to this day I still am not quite sure what I'm after here. What my whole
what do you mean?
my whole strategy as a whole is.
Like
because
in
I have
life?
a lot of it's just like on this team because I know what I want to do and I don't know if it's gonna work too well. It's really just kind of like a crapshoot right now. I'm just like, okay, I'll try this.
The thing that I like find is that
Dang.
yeah, this is you're kind of in a bad position right now.
Oh no.
The thing that I kind of find is that, like, in a lot of ways, like, what you need to aim for, like, Pokemon is simpler than you think in a lot of ways and much more complex in other ways. And I think that as far as, like, picking your team and, like, what your team needs to do is concerned, I think that, you know,
oh no.
like, there are only a few things that you ever need to shoot for, which are, like, you know, getting a sweep going, or, like, getting something cool figured out that you can do that's gonna, like, cause a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is pretty much
but
awful.
like you know, getting to that point, like getting to that powerful guy, or like getting to the point where you're dominating, because it's really what Pokemon is. It's a battle for, like, getting the upper hand, you know.
What's the accuracy on high jump kick?
I think it's 90.
And you haven't missed once. So fun.
Yeah. My sources are telling me that it is, in fact, 90. There are 3 people in this room that are being totally silent right now that are all just kind of sitting here minding their own business.
Oh, gosh. I'm really hoping that this last-ditch effort works on me. Of course it wouldn't, because your speed is doubled. I was trying to go for a Protean Kecleon with Shadow Claw right now, because then the high jump kick wouldn't have hit, because he would have turned into a ghost type, and therefore it would have gotten me, bought me an extra turn to, like, try to do something here. But instead, I'm just gonna go down with Zangoose right now, and that's gonna be fun. So this was a really fun battle. I really had a good time.
You're starting to sound like somebody that I know.
It probably is you, because you're the worst. You're the meanest man in the world. Actually, they say it all the time.
So the score is now tied up again. It's 15-15 after a long time when I was under the.
Well, I didn't have a good time.
Underground. I know, but this is what are you doing? Are you bitterly sipping your coffee?
Yes.
All right. Well, look. So here's what I was saying is that, like, there are only like a few things to really go for in Pokemon, and they all boil down. Stop it. They all boil down to getting the upper hand, you know, and you know, there's a lot of ways to get there.
Yes.
And I think that, like, that's the difference between, like, your skill at battling and your skill at, like, planning out your team, is that you have to sort of, like, get a synergy. Like, you have to have your simple plan that you're going for, and you have to go for it every time that you have your team. And so that's the lesson that I learned here, was that I was like, I'm gonna, like, try and just sweep with Hawlucha.
Well, you know what the lesson that I learned today is, that when you're choosing your team and none of them have to evolve, you just gotta.
Oh my God. Do you even have a real lesson to tell anyone?
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. All right. So on Wednesday nights, if you guys donate $1 for that week to the Patreon stream, to Patreon, you get to go and watch us stream. And our schedule's been kind of erratic lately because we've been in such a whirlwind situation, like trying to get this podcast off the ground.
And then Alex and I are doing some shows in the LA area too.
Yeah, we've been doing some fun shows and
improv shows.
Yeah, but it's been a fairly crazy, you know, few weeks, but we're kind of back on track now. So if you donate $1 at patreon.com/thatonevideogamer, that gets you access to our stream. Usually we go on there and we battle on Showdown. Usually there's about 30 people in there. So if you come and you want to battle, it's very likely that you will be able to battle me or Kelly or Jimmy. But
and
yeah,
it's fun. It's been a good time. I've had to miss the past 2, I think, because just of scheduling stuff. But it's fun. Come out, come be a bro with us, and we'll all sip coffee together.
Well, sip coffee together. Ew. All right. Well, that's
wow. That went directly down my throat.
I feel like there's a little bit of karma involved. But anyway, I'm Alex.
I'm PokeKellz.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.